Good morning, tubers. It is 4 a.m. I can't sleep. It's really dark. It's a little bit cold because I've got a heater down here. Only because I forgot to get a jumper, and my wife is asleep, and I don't want to die. So I thought, why won't that eject? Great. Now that's not ejecting. I thought that I would come out here and do some work, and then I got bored, so I thought I'll go live. And I am trying madly. Well, not so much madly, but I like computers, right? I like playing around, I like learning, but I haven't been able to learn anything on a computer in a long time because I got bored. I got bored of fixing computers. I got bored of, doing stuff. And I've been copying a lot, and I'm not looking at the chat at the moment, sorry. I'm just talking. I copped a lot of people going, why don't you Bitcoin mine? You should Bitcoin mine, or some crap like that. So I decided to take them up on the challenge, and about a week ago. I've done a few videos on it. I haven't uploaded them because, let's face it, they all sucked. I set up a Bitcoin mine about a week ago. I've been using about 6 kilowatt hours per day, which of course now is a problem because it's been raining for 2 days and my batteries are 60% depleted. So I'm trying to sort of get the power down without spending any more money on hardware. And in the description below, I think I've got the hardware costs and whatever. Well, not the hardware cost, but what I'm using. I didn't spend any money. Actually, I'm going to turn some lights on. That'll spend more money. Go figure. Give me a second. And I have not set this live feed up, and there is just shit everywhere, and I do apologise for that. Hey, look at that. There is shit everywhere. You should see this side of the camera. It's even worse. I got no shoes on. There is screws all over the floor, as you would expect. UBUNTU server, and that is 16.04. So what I'm doing is I'm not actually doing anything with well, not doing much with filming all this sort of stuff. I'm just trying to work out. I've put Windows 10, I've put Windows 7, I've put Windows XP, I've put Windows Vista, I put Ubuntu 13, 14 desktop, and now I'm putting, I tried 16 server, and now I'm trying 16 desktop with the same hardware to see if any of them are any faster. And so far I've just wasted even more time, so genius. Because none of them have been any faster, because I'm using an old R9 video card, and Jesus, it gets hot, I tell you. Holy heck, it gets hot. Where am I? So I'm slowly going through it all. Bad video settings. Why have I got bad video settings? I gather I got bad video settings because my internet sucks today. I'm not sure. Is it buffering like crazy? It probably is. Because it's been raining here for a couple of days, as soon as it rains, the internet goes to hell. I don't have, what is it? Hi, dang man, super dark but okay to see. Hi. What's up from the dark side? Use Jehu Light. Jehu Light has gone flat. DIY tech and repairs. 16.04 is old now. Well, considering that this is my first foray into Ubuntu, I've had a learning curve, and I figured I should actually learn it rather than guessing it. So I've been trying to troubleshoot and have some fun, I guess. No, I got what do you call it? NBN. I'll see if I, oh no, there's nothing really to shut down. Quit Skype. Try Ubuntu. Install Ubuntu. Install. I usually have install, download updates. Should I download updates while I'm doing this? Why not? Can't be that many updates, can it? I put 14 on it. I put 14 on and tried to do automatic update, and it wouldn't work. So I had to download and burn a disk, but it literally took me all night to do 1.5 gig. And it usually does 1.5 gig in half an hour or something, 15 minutes. Rather low today. Minor blurring, DSL over the phone wires, no, buffering just a little. Michael Elder, $3.13. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know why it's $3.13, but you're a champion. I think you put it in one of the comments on one of the videos, I think I read this morning, or half an hour ago. Linux Lite now is stable. User interface doesn't crash like most distributions, which keep pissing me off. Linux Lite also has more recent versions of packages. So there you go. As promised, oddly enough, it's raining badly in PA for a while now. Yeah, it's been pouring down here. Like literally, it's just absolutely been smashed with rain last 2 days. Which is odd because we don't get we get rain like everywhere else on the planet, but it doesn't just rain constantly. Not as much as I talk anyway. Install Ubuntu 17 alongside Ubuntu 14. No. Oh, did I download 17? Upgrade. Erase disk and install Ubuntu. This will delete all your programs, documents, photos. Okay, we'll just erase the disk. Install now. Go. I'm gathering that's the correct thing to be doing. Wait a minute. If you continue the list, I'm not even going to read it, just hit continue. That's the way you learn, isn't it? You don't read, and then when you have to do it the second time, you pay more attention to it. Raining here in PA. My little experiment is still going well. Awesome. I think you had a Brisbane. A little experiment with lights or something, was it, Chris? Sorry, I've literally got over 100 and I'll round it down. I got 100 messages a day for the last 3 weeks, and I am trying so hard to actually reply to them all. It's killing me, and I haven't replied to them all, and I'm very sorry. If you've sent me a message in the last couple of weeks, it's somewhere there, and I'm not going back to look for it. I'm sorry. I saw Jehu the other day do a Facebook post message, and he just had notification after notification after notification. I don't know how he does it. He's 10 times bigger, and it's just... I haven't hardly even logged onto my own forum in like 2 weeks. That is how terribly busy it is. Where do I live? Brisbane. Brisbane. Brisbane, Australia time. Rightio, continue. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just doing what I was going to do. Okay, what's my name? We're just going to call this Coin. No, not Boing. That's wrong. At least that way I'll be able to log into it remotely. Password. Password is probably not a good password, is it? Log in automatically because I'm lazy, and this computer probably won't last more than a week. Alright, what else we got? Afternoon from Atlanta. Different Mark Phillips than the other one. Welcome, Mark. Bad weather and rain here all day too. Kind of no solar at all. Storm coming. Yeah, I've got... we haven't got storms. It's just rain, 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 rain. Constantly. Ubuntu 16.4 running migrated for MinerGate. That's what I'm going to do. Apparently the MinerGate is faster, but I chose 17. I don't know if MinerGate works on 17. It works on 16. That's the only reason I'm doing it, because it says it runs 60% faster or something, or 60% more efficient. 96 hours running on old junk batteries. MinerGate. What else do you run? I mean, I tried, what did I try yesterday? CoinLight or coin, I don't know, there's a heap of them. And I was running, I had to, like, a customer had another computer done at another computer shop, and they took out their RAID video cards, so I had to test the video cards. And one of the best ways to test the video card is, of course, Bitcoin mining. You know, it just rapes them. So if they're going to fail, they're going to fail while they're doing that. And they're two old Asus cards. And there's a story behind them. There's a little bit more to it. Yes, they're a little bit old, but they have sentimental value, which is kind of cool. And they wouldn't even start mining GTX 550 Ti's, and they bought them when they were like 2 days old. So there's a couple that had some unfortunate circumstances. So they want me to rebuild their old gaming rig to a working condition with all exactly the same hardware that was in it, which means I've got to replace caps and stuff on motherboards, and yay, it should be interesting. But they wanted exactly how it was when they built it before there was some unfortunate circumstances. I guess it happens, doesn't it? What's happening with the batteries behind you, Pete? At the moment I'm using them as a set for YouTube live feeds, and lots of testing, mucking around, trying to work some stuff out, I guess. I must say thanks to you. You've inspired me to start solar project and power a repeater on the farm. Small project, but should learn much. And that's the thing, if you learn something, I mean, that's a good day. XMR. Yeah, XMR I think is what it chooses all the time for me. Nice Hash, that's the one. Nice Hash. I tried that, but those video cards don't work. Old AMD video cards. I do have some big plans sorted out. We're trying to build a Bitcoin miner, like a real Bitcoin miner. But I've got to see if I can. I've got to do the maths, I guess, and we all know how much I hate maths. That's why I'm using a completely recycled rig. The only thing new on it is a 650 watt PSU. No, 550 watt PSU. What model is that 550, huh? I'm not walking back over and getting it. I'm running two 1050 Ti's and getting about 500. Oh, wow, I get is it 500 hashes per second? I get 530 from this video card, from one video card. Do you get 550 from each? Because I was looking at the 1050s or the 1060s just because they're cheap. Looking, but my guess is $1.20, $1.10 a day I do, US. Uh, 8 core, 2.6 gigahertz. I tried, like in Windows, I get up to, with Windows 10, I get up to 600 hash. Like it dropped, it went from like 440 to 600 and kept going backwards and forwards. When I overclocked the video card, just maxed everything out. And that got me a little bit more. I think they got me like 10 whole cents a day. And if I GPU mined as well, I got another 30, 35 on that i5, on that i3 processor. Yeah, so it's all a learning curve, but what I've done is, for right or wrong, I pulled apart I've got two of these, right? I got two old ant miners, which I would desperately love to be able to hack and get working again, but I don't understand how to do that sort of stuff. And it's both of the control boards. One's got a password that we can't remember because one of my customers gave them to me, and the other one's got a control board that's stuffed, and you can't buy new ones. So it'd be interesting if anybody out there has got the skills or the knowledge and is reasonably local, which I very much doubt at 4 a.m. in the morning. You're more than willing to come and pick these up and have a play and see if you can use the hardware in this to actually build a mining rig. Probably cheaper just to go and buy one. But what I did do is I stole two of the fans, the big fans that bolt on here. There's one on either end, and I put it at the top and the bottom of this computer case, which I can't show you because it's reloading, just to draw the air through. But at 12 volts, it just sounds like a hurricane's happening in there, and all the cables move around. And so I'm gonna have to either put it on the. I'll probably end up putting those fans on the 5-volt rail just to slow them down a bit and make them last longer. I know those Bitcoin mining rigs made, and they run for about 2 years solid. Back in the day. Dead short those fake cells and make another great vid. I'm going to do some more. I've got another massive video that I just released. Well, it was 2 days of editing and filming, but I haven't released it yet because I'm just, well, to be honest, I had about 5 or 6 spelling mistakes, and there's probably more in there, but I don't give a shit. I need to upload. I need to release that one. But that probably won't be for a few days. If you're a Patreon, it's already up there. The bad version is already up on Patreon. I haven't worked out how to communicate with Patreon members efficiently because it never really works. Okay, remove the installation medium and then press enter. Enter. Right, and let's write on here because I have an absolute bucket full of DVDs I haven't written on. What was it? This is 17, wasn't it? 17 desktop. Hey, there we go, we're in. Why is that Amazon icon? Right, what am I mining? I probably shouldn't set this up while my internet is so rubbish, but I'm going to anyway. I think it depends on what you mine on how much you get off. No, that's combined. Oh wow. How many is it Danny Kill? How much power does it use? Mine uses 260 watts. Is it MinerGate? Yeah, that's it. MinerGate. Rightio. We've got Linux web server with CUDA GPU doing SETI at home. It would be good to get Bitcoin crunching instead. I did that SETI at home for a little while. I couldn't see I mean, I know there was results, but I couldn't see much. That was a while ago. S7, I think that's an S5. I think it might be an S2 or something. It's old. It's really old. Actually, does it have it written anywhere on there? There's 2 different ones with 2 different cases with 2 different things written on them. It just says ant miner. It's S3. It's an S3. Yeah, so it's an old one. Still a powerful miner. I use NiceHash now along with other pools. Hello, can I ask you about batteries? I kind of want additional Prius battery from 1400 cells. What do you suggest for this kind of use? You could use it for anything. what else we got? I just switched to Awesome Miner. So using 5 other switching pools. Okay, so I'm going to have to start a little list. If you've got, so there's Awesome Miner. I know the EWE or something, NER. There is install. Okay, I'm just going to do MinerGate for now. Authenticate. That's the only thing I don't. The only thing I don't like about Linux is put a password in. Put a password in. Save file. Rightio. Open file. Oh, this is different again. Another password. 67 passwords. Are you done? Installing 100%. Did it work? I don't know if it worked. Minimize. How do you know it's worked? It just says install. Ah, close it down. I'll try again if it doesn't, I guess. Close it down. It wants me to restart again. Go figure. Rightio. Where am I up to? You can reset the factory easily using the Antminer to factory. Oh, we couldn't work out how to do it. It wouldn't work. I googled the heck out of it. We couldn't get it to work at all. That's why I left them with me. Well, that rebooted fast. Thank you very much, Linux. That was lightning fast for a reboot. GF. Me have 60,000 cell in my home. Central nuclear. Sorry, no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, dude. Is situated inside the control panel case resetting. Yes, do it. Miner stops and keep pressing the reset button. Set 8 seconds. I actually don't have a power supply to actually turn them on anymore. I have to go and buy one. So where's the reset button? I would have Googled this back in the day. I've had this for like 2 or 3 years. Keep pressing 8 seconds, 2 seconds after pressing, it buses. CPU and GPU when I can. Only because I don't care about the computer. It's not the IP, it's the password. Oh, one of them's the password anyway. So on here somewhere there's a reset button. Oh, there's a reset button at the back. Yeah, but that doesn't work. We must have tried that. I'm a computer technician. Trust me, I Googled it. I will try again. I will try again. But I'm gonna have to. It looks like I'm gonna have to pull them apart and actually get a gurney in there or something and clean all the fins out. They're just so full of gunk. Rightio. Great. Now, how do I find the software I've just installed? Software and updates, featured applications, Discord, chatbot. Okay. Installed. See, I don't even know how to find something on here. Cheese. Why are there so much stuff installed on here? Oh, I guess it's a home. LibreOffice, Office. Mahjong. System add-ons. Okay, I don't even know where to go. Miner. Where's the bloody program installed? Show applications. Maybe it didn't install. I'm beginning to think it didn't install. And of course, somebody's probably typing right now and telling me how to find it. Two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to find it before you do anything, or I don't know. Look at Watermine. Okay, I'm just typing all this out. WATTOMINE website. 250 watts. That's it. Okay. I'll show you the card and hash. I really should go to my. I really should start. I got some work to do on the forum, and I haven't still done it yet. I really should do something. Right. How do I find what I just installed? How do I know it even installed? MinerGate. Library. Downloads. Why are you so slow? Close tabs. Invalid URL. Quit preferences. Library. Is library where you've downloaded stuff? Oh yeah, there we go. Downloads. MinerGate. Right. Install. It says it's installing 90%. Now this time it says remove rather than install again. So, file, no, it won't be under files. Ubuntu, close it down. Software, installed. Why is this so slow? I'm searching Miner and it's still doing a little spinny thing. No applications found. Am I really going to have to Google on how to do this? Activities, file, documents, pictures, bluebirds. What's bluebirds? Oh, that's a CD-ROM. Desktop public, downloads, no, music, pictures, videos, extensors, rubbish bin. Wi-Fi not connected, coin. This is really like learning on the go. It should be under Ubuntu software, right? Ubuntu. How the heck do you say that? And it should be under installed, right? That's where it should be. LibreOffice, Mahjong, personal file sharing, Seahorse software and updates. Dog. MinerGate, look. Okay, so it's installed, but I click on it and then it just says remove. It doesn't say play, it doesn't say do anything. It will show you the cards and hash rate. S3 is old. I have 3 of them. Sold 500 worth of BTC last night and then sold 1,000 worth today. Nice. I like nice hash due to how well it keeps things running. on MinerGate or Ether or XMR. Would they not work for Litecoin? I have no idea. XMR pays the best. AMA. Note. Don't forget to thumbs up this live feed so he can make a few cents of revenue. It's literally a few cents. It's actually really good this time of year. The pay rates are up on you make like an extra $5 a day with like 12,000 views a day. So it goes up, yeah, it's a little bit extra, which is nice. Over a month it adds up. Let's face it, I deal in 5-cent pieces with all this sort of stuff. Hash miner. I'll try a few of them and see how they go. We'll see if benchmark says how it relates to Power 1850 idea. The new GPU miner 5RX 570s are making me $9 to $10 a day. How much podcasting? How much power? It'd be interesting to get some real world on this sort of stuff. But resetting the firmware will reset the SSH password. I think it costs more in power than generate hashes. Solar, you'd be good to go, I guess. If I can get a rig that works and I can get the second inverter installed, I think if I can run, say, 500 watts and I can get these other two batteries put up, I got Bose pack and then the 60th. If I can find some space for them, I should be all right for power. The thing is, I've still got to run a house, and if I drain the batteries and I've got to run from the grid when it's raining, it's completely pointless in me even doing Bitcoin mining, because then it costs me even more. I am making about the same from my power, all comes from solar, so there's now a power cost to me. Has anybody, like, I've been looking into this a lot, okay, and one of the things is trying to work out power. Oh, morning, Jaron. Welcome. I want to build a 4 kW battery pack for my bedroom. How much will this system cost me? I have no idea, mate. You've got to have to go out and have a look, see if you have to pay for anything first, or you can get it all recycled gear. It's a big question. Currently driving the kids to a sports event in Sydney, hence 4 AM start to be there by 7 AM. Holy shit, you're mad. The little button above the fuses, click it and bring up a search bar and type files. Button above the search. I don't know what that is. Okay, wrong mouse. I found MinerGate installed. Okay, so the little button above fuels. Oh, show applications. No, I think I've been to show applications. Maybe it doesn't actually run on this because it says 16. It doesn't say 17. I might have to download 16. Has anybody run MinerGate on 17? Files. I just got done updating firmware on all my solar Morningstar charge controller today. It was not much fun. It shows any installed programs. Found the bug that had the watch one hang on 25 Wi-Fi. We'll be testing the beta for a couple of days with a few users before release to everyone. Can you send it over to me, Jaron? Well, actually, no, mine's not crashing, so. Can you schedule miners only to run when you have excess power? Yes, Jaron, I believe there's a Batrium thing with some relays on it. I think you could just turn the power socket on and off and have the computer boot automatically. I think that'll work, won't it? I was planning on asking you that question. I'm running the same as podcasting. Use about 780 watts. Oh wow, that's a lot of power. That's an awful lot of power in a 24-hour period. If you've got enough mining rigs, you could heat sink them to your hot water tank or heating system and save even more money. Yes, that would be awesome if you could actually use them to heat your home and do, what do you call it? Heat exchanger or something. But I don't think a heat exchanger would take enough heat out of those heat sinks. It'd be all right while the water was cold, I guess. Mike, what the hell are you doing here? You're on holiday. Get off. Good morning, Vort. How can I donate via YouTube? You can watch a heap of videos, or you can buy something with one of my affiliate codes. PayPal. What's the other one? God, I can't even remember. Patreon. That's it. Or you can do the live thingy. You can do it in here. Does it need a separate GPU install in Linux? I have no idea. GUI install in Linux. I don't know. Chat line. Mike can't sleep, been awake for hours. I'm sorry, Mike. The time zones must suck, but you've got a few weeks to get used to it. Old time engineer. Today I've not made 1 kilowatt hour. I only did. What did I do yesterday? Like on my 6 kilowatt system. I don't even know. Let's just ignore the chat. Oh, look, I found MinerGate. I looked straight over the top of it. I think I was not actually reading properly. Mining is activated. And CPU mining is not available. Go figure. So I'm GPU mining at 35 hashes per second, or H per second. It's only using 3 CPU cores. Come on, use all 4. I actually found using 2 is actually faster because it doesn't get so hot. Is that 38, 36, 37? And GPU mining is not available, which means I probably don't have AMD drivers. And now the last time I downloaded the AMD drivers, everything crashed. And I do mean everything. The computer wouldn't even turn on. So now I've got to work out how to update the drivers. On the last one, there was actually a driver button. Displays. Resolution, AOC, printers, touchpad removal, webcam tablet. No. Background docs notification, sound serving network details. I'm gonna have to work out. i3 530 CPU at 2.93 gigahertz. This must make for an extremely riveting live feed. Docs notifications, search, universal access, online accounts, Wi-Fi. Okay. I'm just going to Google it. I don't care. It's like reading instructions. You just lose your soul. AMD. What is it? I'm running an R9 280 UNB drivers. A Linux download center. What are we going to do today? I guess Bitcoin mining using excess power to generate PV would make sense. You can do that when Pete's not live. Pete's not live. You're actually trying to GPU mine. All you're going to do is burn infinite power with no output. Need ASICs. I know, I had ASICs and but they were using a lot more power. Scroll down to get the PayPal and Patreon links for donations. Thanks, Bo's Dad. Yankee 4, are you using CG Miner? CG Miner. Why does CG Miner ring a bell? I think that's the one I was using last time, and that may have the one that I've lost. CG Miner. That's the one with the lost Bitcoins in it. I still can't find all my old Bitcoins, and I've got probably a lot. I've spent a lot of time this week looking through every single old hard drive I've got here, and I've got about 60 of them. And I know it was on a 250 gig hard drive that I was doing it, so it reduces it down on quite a lot. I've only got about 15 hard drives. They're 250 gig. So I've been trying desperately to find my Bitcoins, because if I can find them, because they're written off anyway, then I was just going to go out and just buy a whole heap of rigs with all the coin that I would theoretically make. Right, R9280. Okay, so there's no drivers for 17. So will 15.4 work on 17? Does anybody know? It's probably going to lock everything up. I'm just going to have to try and reload the computer if it doesn't work. Because let's face it, that's what I did last time. 177 megabytes. Save file, okay. Oh wow, now I actually have some download speed. Gee, that's a bit of a change. 6 megabits per second. Old time engineer, do you still have my phone? Old time engineer only managed 1 kilowatt. My phone number is. That is, I'm not sure. Battery pack build question: what size wire do you use on the negative side? Same as positive. No, it's a little bit smaller. On the negative side, I use the earth cable, not the active and live in a power cable. So it's a little bit thinner. I can check my messages at my CUDA is supported for any AMD only. I just downloaded CLI client for MinerGate for Fedora. My grid ties made 4.5 and off-grid made 3.6, and it's just 2 p.m. That Antminer S3 is 366 watts, and NiceHash says 74 cents a day USD. See, I'm making more a day from my GPU mining for less power. 260 watts for $1 a day. I am watching this now as I put the kids to bed. I have not done that before. Also, I have set payment on my phone yet. Cool. Not mine. I have some info for you. Yesterday I made almost 7 kilowatt hours, but not today. Sorry, okay, Yankee, how many do you already do Bitcoin mining, and if so, what currency? Let me get to the phone. I think it's continuous water pipe. Anything important? We've got a spot. Okay. Yes, go, Mike. Go and have some sleep and go look for kookaburras. Bitcoin 777. I think you missed a 7. Jaron missed the beginning. It was just dark because I didn't have any lights on. It was 4 a.m. Now it's 5 a.m. I didn't even know how long I'm going to be here for. Okay. AMG driver. Using Linux, going from, I am a Windows fanboy, and going to Linux is a big learning curve on how to do things. Everything is so different. Archive manager? No. What do I need that for? And where did that come from? Visible networks. How do I know it's installed? Okay, menu, quit. Okay, so the GPU mining has gone down to 27 to 29. So it must be warming up a little bit. Okay. Installing AMD driver. Okay, cool. Let's see if that works. There's a whole heap of text on the screen. I don't understand a single word of what it says. You don't need to be a member of PayPal to donate if you use your charge card. Yes, yeah, credit card or something, isn't it? Thanks. You don't have to. It's all good. Again, it says my wallet. The video with the mole was cool. I haven't caught up on any people's videos right now. I am behind on Yankee, Daniel, DIY Tech and Repairs. I haven't even watched any of Average Joe's lately. It has been madness here. Absolute madness. Trying to get some other stuff done. Coming on to Christmas and school lists for next year. My 5-year-old son, which is going on 6, needs an iPad for school tomorrow, for next year, which is crazy. I am mining VTC right now and started about a week ago. VTC. I keep getting to the end of these chats, and if I had to type the whole heap of stuff out, it would give me something to do afterwards. You may be better off if you're going to stay with Linux looking at Ethos or another one. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to stay with, but I want to build a proper mining rig with as many GPUs as I can sort of stuff into a computer. I think running GPU mining, I think I've stopped it now. I don't know if this driver is actually working or what. Extract all files. What's that? Let's create a file. Oh, there we go. Extract. I still don't know if I'm doing the right or the wrong thing. Can you... Oh, it is. I think it's working. It's working. It's installing very slowly for some reason. Probably means I end up reloading Windows, reloading Linux again. Once I get off this live feed, I'll download the 16. If this doesn't work, I guess I should have done that from the get-go. I must have clicked the wrong button. Ethos made my first live chat. Good morning, welcome, thank you. Sorry it is of such a poor quality because I'm trying to learn Bitcoin mining while chatting to you guys. So I do apologize about that. Still got bad video settings. How the heck did I have 80 people in the room with me talking about Bitcoin? That is kind of insane. What else we got? Off-grid prepper. Oi, oi, oi. Good morning, Pete. Links to all these videos. If you want to know, you can do it anytime. Just go to older videos and click the links. Thank you very much, Bo. My last few videos have been shooting gun videos with the guys at the farm this weekend. No, I don't do guns. Don't like guns. Lots of us on YouTube guys from all over the US. Simple mining is easiest. Simple mining. Okay, SIMPLEMINING. I think my kids will be starting to wake up shortly. I should go in and check whether they're alive or not. It is now 5 AM. Simple mining is easiest. Some live feeds ago asked you why you're not Bitcoin mining for faster discharge, and you said you'll never do anything with mining. What changed your mind? The relentless onslaught of why don't you Bitcoin mine and the fact that a customer gave me an old i3 computer that was actually worthy of doing anything with. It was actually in this case, but I just took, oh, and there's some more screws, and you can't even see what it is. But the case itself was way too small. It was HP Pavilion P6360A home PC. It had 4 gig of memory. It's got 8 gig now. 750 gigabytes hard drive. Video card that's not even worth mentioning, and an i3 530 processor. So, and it had very little runtime because it was a little old lady, and the hard drive had 4,000 hours on it. So less than a year's worth of use, even though it was like 5 years old. Would it be building a separate battery pack to run the Bitcoin mining? That way you won't go for the house. Yes, it would, but if I can work out how to get the Batrium stuff to actually turn my mining rig on and off based on state of charge, which I am still testing, I won't need to do anything. Hopefully it can just turn it on and start mining, and then it just does it all automatically. Hi Pete from Spain, you are the best. Thank you very much, buddy. I have to say I agree. The real money in coin is selling rigs to other miners. I have to agree. There's an old saying, a miner selling shovels typically makes more money than the miner himself. So, because he's always got customers, whereas, you know, actually doing the hard work doesn't work. Take a whole heap of 5-cent pieces rather than, you know, one $100 note every 7 weeks. GTX 1070 Ti are the new GPIs on the block, but a lot of money. I went for low power 6 1050 Ti's and get 15 mega hashes on each card. 1 coin a day. How much is that in money, like in US dollars? And what's the difference between a mega hash and what I was doing before, M hash? M/H. Is that more? Is that like gigabytes and megabytes and all that sort of stuff? I forget all this stuff, I really do. Man, that's taking a long time to install. That's like 5% installed on the AMD driver. Is that normal? I can't even do anything with it. Can you do Control-Alt-Delete to see if something's running? Oh, and it must be running on the side there. Text editor, Amazon, remove from favorites. Wait, installed, no. Great, where did I find, oh, there we go. MinerGate. If I just stop the mining on that, maybe that'll work. Add to favorites. There we go. Okay, so the little dot beside it means it's running, and that means it's not running. Okay, cool. So it is absolutely not running at the moment. What's the basics for Bitcoin mining? I've had a quick look at stuff. I don't know. I'm still learning. Well, I'm still relearning, because if you have a look at my older videos, I had some, what are they, Butterfly Labs or whatever. I had 2 of them sitting over here, and I was making about $2 a day, but using a horrendous amount of power. But $2 a day back then would have probably been $30 a day now. And I still have I haven't sold any of those Bitcoins that I made, and there's a few of them sitting there. I really wish I could find them, but you know, you don't worry about. To be honest, I only lost, you know, probably, I don't know. It wasn't much. When I was mining, it was like $300 or $400 per Bitcoin. And I had a few Bitcoins sitting there. I just forgot about them and lost them, and they're gone. They're probably worth $10,000 now, if anybody would even pay that much. That's the thing. But moving forward, Simple mining is just an OS with any miner software available. Just enter your config and it works great with nice hash. It's so Simple Miner is actually an OS. Okay, Simple Miner is an OS. Is that like a Linux OS maybe? How much money are you going to spend on your new system? On the Bitcoin mining rig? Nothing. I plan on spending nothing. That's if it all goes to plan, I guess. Simple mining is just an OS with any miner software. Okay, cool. It was ages ago and I subbed mainly because of your video about solar mining. Since I have 7 kilowatts of panels. Nice. Oh, my bad. I guess you're going to stay with Linux, as Random said. Look into that one too. I will. Water mine. Okay. WAWHATTOMINE. Website. $4.50 a day. I am looking into long term. $4.50 a day, and I think you were, how much power? That would have been chewing up some power. $4.50 a day. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a little bit of earnings considering how much those video cards are. How much were the video cards each? You can't mine Bitcoin without an S7 or S9. Driver install takes time. Okay, there we go. I didn't realize they take so long. £5. Thank you very much, Martin. Much appreciated, my friend. Actually, anybody that donates me any money whatsoever, and there was somebody earlier, Michael, send me an email and some way of proving who you are, I guess. And I'll send you a link to the latest video that's not released yet. Any amount of money, just send me an email to admin@DIYPowerwalls.com and I'll shoot you a link. That's a week and change of Bitcoin mining right there. It depends. I don't know what £5 in Australian dollars is. What's £5 in US dollars?
That would be $6 and 61 cents.
Yeah, that is almost a week's worth of mining. Thank you. That's a good way of looking at things, isn't it? It brings it all into perspective. Well, yeah, it worked. Thank you, sir. Yeah, IT worked. RX 570 is 200 and burn 110 watts. So an RX 570. Okay. RX 570. Copy. Oh, euros. Sorry. What's €5 in American dollars?
The answer is $5 and 89 cents.
Close enough. 5.89. Okay. What's $5.89 in Australian dollars?
$5.89 is $5.80.
What's $5.89 US cents in Australian dollars? Nope, you screwed that up. Thank you, sir. You can go away now. Okay, an RX 570. Well, the battery holders have changed since. Yes, they have. Okay, let's. What is it? I'm going to have a look at my wholesaler, log in, and see what an R570 is worth here. I'm going to test your theory. I'm going to go and buy a 570 and see what happens. Of course, I'll have to do it in 2 days' time when YouTube pays, so wifey doesn't see it. Video cards. Is it under video cards or is it under GPU? Video cards. Is it NVIDIA? Is it NVIDIA or AMD? AutoMine's website will show you the cards, wattage, and the profit. AMD. Okay, cool. Hey, see, I'm learning this. So AMD. RX 550 is 135X. What is it? 560. 550, 560. Um, 560, 570. So that's 350 Australian dollars. But it does come with a 3-year warranty. $570 gaming. So, okay, out of all you guys, do you find AMD, or I guess that website's going to tell me, AMD or NVIDIA chipsets? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some research on that website. Definitely. There's no use me spending that sort of money and it's no better. I really don't want to spend any money. I was hoping just to do with grab a whole heap of old GPUs I got laying around. I sent 3 really old GPUs down to somebody in oh god, what up the sleeve customs in Tasmania. They were really old GPUs. I don't even think they're going to work. I didn't even test them before I sent them. That was before I was going to do mining. Auto mine is AMD Radeon. Okay. RX 570. RX 570. Yeah, so they're about 350 bucks Australian. NVIDIA will cost less to run. Vid cards are way too expensive these days. True. Maybe they're expensive because of Bitcoin mining. Nope, take the 570. NVIDIA 1050 Ti will use 75 watts and make about 75 cents to $1 a day. 100% usage. Underclocking will use less power and make just as much money. Don't use old ones. Yeah, I think the old ones are really inefficient. I don't get any power back to the grid on my batteries, so... And if I can work out how to turn the computer on and off safely using the relays on the Batrium stuff, it'll be good. But again, I have to wait for the Sparky to get here to put in a 240 volt and a relay and stuff like that, just for the computer. It's on its own GPU. And And I don't know what just turning the computer on and off is going to do like that. Whether it's going to permanently damage it. Even though I've got an SSD in it. Has anybody tried, and I've been trying to research this, but it seems horribly expensive, to run a computer directly from DC? Like, I've got a couple of those buck boost converters, the 48 volt to 12 volt, and you can buy the mini PCs or something that someone showed me, but they're like $100 and they only do 300 watts or something. So I was thinking about using one of them to run the motherboard and the motherboard and the hard drive, and then run just from DC converters or whatever you call it, 48 to 12 volt into the video card, and then into the the AGP on the actual motherboard itself, the 12 volt rail into the motherboard, the 4 or 8 pin. I haven't looked into that. I should actually. That's a good idea. That is an old dual core board with memory that I just pulled out of another box. I might actually try and run that. That's not going to matter if I blow that up. I might try running that off DC. Actually, that might be a really fun test. I know you can do it, but I want to do it cheap. I want to try and do it myself. Pico, that's the one. 300 watt use, yeah. Pico, that's the one. But they're expensive. Or only turn off the mining script and not screw around with the rest. I don't know how to do that. I'm hoping just to turn the switch off at the power point and that's it, and then turn it back on again. Nice hash. Yeah, well, you can't use whatever you got lying around because a lot of the older GPUs don't work. The 580 and 480 are the most profitable for Ether. I haven't done Ether. I've just done whatever it wants to mine. That's not good. I just got red lines all over my screen. Pico 100 watt, 190 watt is all you need. I'll make a Raspberry Pi Zero array. Off 12 volt Pico, do 300 watts. I think Pico's like $100. It seems excessive for such a small thing. Off a bench power supply. I've already got a NUC, but it's the GPUs. I don't know what I plug the GPUs into. I guess you can get USB risers. Would that be a way of doing it? Use the USB risers. I think it's USB 3, but I've only got one USB 3 port on my NUC. My thoughts are why lose power while converting? Well, that's what I'm worried about. Nah, Chinese clones are 25 USD at the most. Oh, okay. Vega 64 cards, mining, kryptonite are very profitable at the moment. Vega 64 cards, rightio. Save that. Not that expensive. Yeah, I know it's not that expensive, but everything's about a dollar coin for me. I don't know if you notice, I talk about money a lot. Everything is about money. I think Vega is too power hungry. I'll have a look. Most modern power converters accept DC on the input. They rectify the AC to DC internal anyway before stepping in 20 Hz. To shut off the computer, you could use a UPS and shut power to the UPS for the battery. That's an interesting way of doing it. Like, You're trying to say that actually use the UPS's shutdown function. That's an interesting way of doing it. Correct. The USB rises are $5 each, but they are USB 3, aren't they? And the computer that this computer that I've got here isn't USB 3. It's only USB 2. And I don't have any USB 3 motherboards. Why have I got lines all over my screen installing the drivers? That's bad. For external GPU mining, you need a Thunderbolt port. Okay. And I do not have them anywhere. Unless that's a Thunderbolt port. No, that's not a Thunderbolt port. Correct, the USB risers are $5 each. The risers need to plug into a PCIe slot. 570s at the moment. Okay, so 570s seem like, at the moment, the 570 seems like the way to go. One X. They use a USB 3 cable to bring the pins from the PC connector out. You don't need a USB 3 mobile. Use it. Right, it's not USB, it's a cable to extend the PCI switch. Okay. Damn, I don't know if it is, because it's not across all of the screens. It's only across the driver installer. Who's messaging me? But I couldn't figure out how the buses work. Is there much? No idea. Mike is still awake. Why is Mike still awake? Mike should be asleep. Could the Batrium pulse the DC power? I don't know. I don't understand anything about the Batrium stuff. I like with that sort of thing. I completely rely. Oh, that was a good stretch on Batrium and Daniel from DIY Tech and Repairs. I got some. I think I'm going to have some big Bitcoin mining videos in my future, just because it seems topical and I need something to do. Just use one card that burns the wattage you're willing to spare. Well, that's true. The riser cables have USB cables plus one piece of. You can just plug into a GPU into a USB port on your mobile. Pete, on a USB 2 mobile, you can insert a USB 3 card into a PCI slot. Yeah, but those cards are horribly unreliable. I've had put so many of those in the bin. I almost refuse to use a USB 3 card because they just crash the computer constantly. Well, at least they used to with Windows 7. Anyway, I'm gonna just completely randomly stop this live feed because it's about 5:30 in the morning here, and that's when my kids start waking up. But what I'll do is I will let this keep running and hopefully install this, and I'll come back in an hour or two. I didn't get to do a live feed yesterday because the internet was down. It was absolutely horrible. So kids, I am going to leave you all now. I have a huge list of things that I can actually research, which I'm very, very grateful for. Thank you very much, people. And I might see you in a few hours. Hopefully this internet gets a bit better. My batteries are at 45% state of charge. The poor things. And I still haven't taken cell 5 out yet. Where's me chat? In my opinion, NVIDIA is better power route for power usage. Just use one card that burns wattage with spare riser cable. Just starting to watch YouTube videos. You will learn enough to get going. With the UPS, you would need to get the power back on, maybe a second relay to the power button pins. I'm up early. Use 8.1 as its only reliable OS besides Linux. I don't think 8.1 was ever reliable. It's like saying the Vista was reliable. Share the list, Pete. Best of luck getting up and running. Okay, I'm out. I'm up to date on all the things. Smash that like button or the dislike button or whatever you do. If you hear that this long, you may as well hit the like button. And I'll see you in an hour or 3. Thank you. Cheers.